playing some Centaur tonight. I think they're pretty good. Not crazy, but they're pretty good. It's definitely not trees as they were when they were broken. Alright, another game versus Igor. Probably this map's kind of shitty because of the central mid font and double frigid barrier. So we're gonna want something aggressive after Dreamer. Probably Sarnavian? Most likely. Interceptor could be good as well. It's an annoying first drop. Sap is not a good deploy. We could probably go into start hanging in. Do this first. And then we can follow it up with Bolter Commander. Depending on what he deploys bot, because it'll take the mark. Can you hear me? What about now? Is it better? I put on noise suppression, so I'm not sure if it's like too much. Okay. Dude, I'm a first time streamer, leave me alone. I don't know all these things. I don't think Commander's too good here, so Bolter's probably better because he should take the mark. It gives us a little bit more threat. It at least makes getting into this font just a bit more risky because of the hunted, as well as him, like he has leap, so he'd be able to get away from Sarnavian. But as long as he has tagged, the leap doesn't really matter too much. That's annoying, for sure. I think we'll save Nora. Ideally want to get out Savage here. And then Commander. So we'll play around that. Could do Interceptor, but it's not that great. I don't have Thorn Trap up. Yeah, it's better to save. Most likely gonna get knocked out of the font, but I think Bubble stops the interaction. I'm not entirely sure. Some things it does, some things it doesn't. Unlike spells, it will for sure stop the spell effect as long as the damage is the same as the barrier or bubble. So he can knock back and sweep. So he just sweeps. And then he'll move away, most likely. But if he moves away, then he's out of range of the Snow Shroud, and that's pretty good. Again, we have Beset, so this is annoying. I'm probably going to have to deploy up here to defend this, as much as I want to get Savage down here. So I could attack. Actually, I might, because either way, I'm going to get knocked back into Frigid Barrier if he has it. So let's not play around it. Let's just push. Because then he has reduced speed, which means he won't be able to leap. So he can only knock back this way. He can escape, but again, we have Beset. So he's pretty much fucked in the 1v1 here, which means that we can spend resources top. Put Savage up, and he can only walk through the defensive strike, so that's pretty good. And with a banner, he should 6 and 10, yeah, so he can get into font. Using a banner to contest doesn't do anything. I could always block this side off, so it makes it awkward, so you can't just walk through this space here. Yeah, he has to go around, okay. So that's fine. And again, I think leaving him like very far of Snow Shroud range was not ideal, because he's gonna get punished quite hard. Because I can easily kill the bull. I mean, with the Beset and the Hunted Mark and like a Criminal's Bane or something. And the Infinity can't go here, so she has to retreat or come back to the mid, which is good. I mean, she can hover, but it's whatever. Yeah, so this doesn't convert to a kill. It's decent damage, but it's not a kill. That would be a kill. Okay, so then I can just yeah, I can attack in Bane. He's gonna retreat. Okay. I think should probably get Commander out at this point. He has Spell Swallower, so I don't really have to worry about giving him Dream State. He has to move in with the Snow Spinner. But I get this globe. And that was a pretty good trade on my end, at least. Because he loses his own champ, and I get both globes. And in terms of Nora, I spend less. Plus, he has to commit his snow spinner to getting into the font. Otherwise, he just sits back, gives me the font, which it looks like he'll do. I don't know if he'll actually move in with the snow spinner. No. Okay, well, it's a kill. He can get the globe. And if he deploys a relic, then that's really good. Yeah, okay. That was decent. I don't think I could really play around that at the end of the day. So I think deploying and then using Light as a Feather to get into this font, I mean, he gets one of the globes for now. And he's going to re-threaten this top, so I'll move... No, I'll keep Dreamer a bit back. I could use Light as a Feather now, but I want to deploy as well. Spacing is awkward. That's why I wanted to use Light as a Feather. I think I'll also just use Bolter to give a set here. I could Piercing Shot as well. That's a bunch of damage. 34 or 24s. It's basically one time. Little Harbor Dreamer. He's committed a lot just for this font. I don't know if it's entirely worth it. He can heal himself. But I do have Rally. Rally's not in range though anymore. I think I'm 5 spaces out. So if he's Light as a Feather, that's a kill. He could Force Barrier the Dreamer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So you get to the font next turn. I just have to deploy Banner. And he's most likely going to get this aspect off. Can't really stop it. I mean, I can inhibit the power, but it's not worth it since he has Cleansing Storm. It's pointless. Actually, don't have to kill either with it's either of these. I'm just getting into the font is fine. Equipping Banner so he has Unstoppable. And I think I can just move this up here as well as the Banner so that he doesn't Frigid Barrier and just take the font. Yeah. So I'll move probably up here. But this bottom font is one Can get the globe. There's heal. It's still dead. Regardless. Can't get both the font and the relic, or the kill on the relic, sadly. But it's not the biggest of deals. Just use Beside to get in range. I think that I can move up with the Savage, because he's going to take damage from Defensive Strike, regardless, but that means that he has to use AP. He can also just freeze. Yeah. I don't know what's correct in this situation, because he gets this off next turn regardless, so I think just forgoing having a top font for now. And just push my advantage. So I know Dreamer's never going to be able to kill this because of Mirrored. I don't know if it's correct, but this bolter would just be permanently locked down if it goes up there. It's annoying, but we're essentially trading fonts. It's concerning. There's no real way to deal with this. So I can freeze. It's not in range for an attack next turn. Can always deploy another Savage. And I can swap out my bolter. I'll throw out Defensive Strike as well. Because now these have aggregate, so it's a bit easier to deal with both of them at the same time. versus just one. On range and attack there. So it kills it with the summon. It's fairly expected. Still leaves it in range of piercing shot. Might be stream sniping. I can use that as a feather and get this kill. Bolter. So he's pretty much pushed back to his shrine at this point. Total control down here. I think using that as a feather is okay because I have nothing else really going on. Deploying doesn't really do much. We'll just piercing shot. The painter. Spread that ridiculous damage around. So we'll piercing shot, trigger the aggregate. Big damage. So we need 13. This thing's definitely a lot easier to deal with now that they have aggregate. Same Dreamer over here seems okay because I can threaten the swap back. I have means to kill Kento with any of it. He has no grounding effects other than the Galloping Nexus. But it's probably a bad deploy because I have double piercing shot. And that bypasses one with Nora. So this is looking pretty good now. Can for sure kill this aspect on my leap. Okay, so this just means closest, right? So as long as, yeah, these two champions are closer, I can't attack it, but it's 2 spaces away and a 10 AP, so it's dead. Perfect kill. I still have the leap into the font to recap. I also have an attack here. I think getting out either Regulator or Strategist at this point is good. Exactly enough. So we fall back. definitely keep that open. Probably getting out regulator. Thing is though, I want to double tap, but I'm getting to get knockbacked. And I don't think I can actually attack it. It's a perfect kill, but I'd lose the Savage most likely. So Gale or whatever. I think I'll just commit to it. It's not the biggest of deals if it does end up dying. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I still get the globe either way. But he's a big threat gone. I still have another one. I can get all these globes. I think just getting this one is probably better. At some point in going all the way back just for like 12 nar. So he does have the sweep into kinetic impulse, or telekinetic thrust. This has kinetic impulse. Can also freeze, which means I can't swap it out. But that commits this to dying. Can't use thrust on him. So it is a kill, I think. It's 18. Oh. You freeze or sweep for HP. It's unfortunate. He can Gale. It would actually only do 1 damage, but he has to Gale into the wall. His Dreamer, though, he can't gain AP. It was a waste, so it's still dead. I just leave Defender, I think, and just go for Ice Fang. Or Kento, sorry. Ice Fang's... it's okay. Can also deploy here. I don't even need to inhibit, I can just break with Dreamer, actually. Sure that they're not in any impassable terrain as well, because Light as a Feather is expiring. Let's put a double defensive strike here. Just piercing shot. This. That's a kill. Oh, math, OP. Let's take the globe. And we'll engage Ice Fang, since I do have block.